When Jungkook first announced his partnership with Calvin Klein, I distinctly remember the online chatter. Predictably, haters claimed that he wasn't fit for a traditional luxury fashion house and was settling for a commercial giant. But looking at this through a lens of over 2 decades in marketing, the strategy was immediately clear to me. Whether conscious or unconscious, Jungkook was executing a masterclass in personal brand equity. Now, parent company PVH Corp has officially declared that Jungkook for Calvin Klein or CKJK capsule as the most successful collaboration in their brand's entire 50-year history. This monumental milestone proves that his brand strategy is not just working, it's setting a new standard for the future of celebrity partnership. A substantial segment naturally possesses the high purchasing power required for premium brand collaboration. And then the trust factor. A crowd only moves this intensely if they trust the artist. Jungkook and BTS have spent a decade being incredibly protective of what they put their name on, ensuring that when they finally say buy this, the audience acts instantly. Now let's talk Jungkook effect. In the world of high finance, corporate executives rarely use hyperbole unless the balance sheet backs it up. During PVH Corp's earnings call, CEO Stefan Larsen explicitly credited the Jungkook effect as a massive growth driver for their core denim and underwear categories. When we look past the social media impressions, the actual revenue metrics are staggering. There is the 50% sales surge. Sales of products associated with CKJK campaign surged by more than 50% immediately following the rollout. On major regional e-commerce powerhouses like China Tmall, the collection achieved a near impossible 99% sell-through rate almost instantly. The premium outerwear pieces personally styled and worn by Jungkook hit a 60% sell-through rate within just 2 weeks of hitting the market, a liquidation pace that traditional retail campaigns rarely achieve in months. This unprecedented demand directly fueled an 11% increase in PVH owned and operated digital commerce revenue globally, serving as a critical financial cushion for the parent company during an uneven global economic landscape. Jungkook and Calvin Klein is just a match made in brand heaven. The cornerstone of any legendary endorsement is an authentic brand match. No matter how influential a celebrity is, if a product does not resonate with their baseline identity, it won't resonate with the consumer. Jungkook and Calvin Klein match to the core. This is not about price points. It's about their shared characteristics. Calvin Klein stands for quality, comfort, practicality, and enduring essentials. Jungkook's personal brand stands for quality, comfort, practicality, and enduring essentials. Jungkook is not an artist who constantly experiments with avant-garde silhouettes or high-concept fabrics. He has an incredibly consistent, grounded personal style. Imagine him fronting a hyper-embellished luxury house like Dolce and Gabbana. Don't get me wrong, he could effortlessly pull off the visuals. The alignment, though, wouldn't feel authentic to who he genuinely is. Because CK represents his real life uniform, the collaboration holds supreme credibility. There's the radical brand integrity and consistency. The public has watched Jungkook grow from a teenager into a global icon. The world has a front row seat to his natural evolution. And early on, Jungkook faced fan pushback for stubbornly wearing specific casual styles he loved. He didn't change to be more marketable. He kept wearing them because he genuinely liked them. That unyielding authenticity built a rock solid foundation of brand integrity. When he endorses something, the market knows he isn't doing it just for paycheck. Now, Army knows it's substance over embellishments all the time. Because his aesthetics has always gravitated towards high quality basics, it creates space for consumers to focus on the substance of his fashion, the cut, the fabric, the utility. And this consistency makes him an incredibly low risk, high reward partner for a legacy heritage brand. Then he takes a brilliant step towards a low risk proof of concept. In marketing, a proof of concept is demonstrated intended to verify that a certain theory or method has practical potential. Proof of concept, in layman's terms, in the context of brand ambassadorship, is the undeniable data trail that proves a celebrity's face directly moves product off shelves. Jungkook's POC proved to the corporate fashion world that if you give him creative control, he's not just going to generate likes, he's going to systematically clear your inventory. Signing with Calvin Klein just prior to his mandatory enlistment was a brilliant, highly strategic execution of POC. Let's break this down. There's the low risk setup. Entering military service inherently reduces a celebrity's long term commercial availability. Naturally, it will lower expectations regarding traditional multi year brand activation schedules. But then he has the explosive output. Despite the limited timeline, the campaigns they finalized before his enlistment generated astronomical media value, viral social media metrics, and a direct, measurable lift in corporate revenue, surging sales by over 50%. And that resulted to the ultimate leverage. By proving he could break company records under a compressed timeline, he established an undeniable proof of concept. This historic track record provided massive leverage, clearing an easier path to negotiate premium terms for subsequent high end associations. When negotiating future individual luxury deals, Jungkook doesn't just bring a massive social media following to the table. He enters the boardroom with audited, SEC compliant corporate earnings reports proving that his personal IP can single handedly spike global retail revenue by 50% and virtually liquidate inventory in a matter of days. That is the ultimate definition of ironclad proof of concept. Now that's brand power. Jungkook takes it a step further. There's the exclusivity and intentionality. A common trap in entertainment marketing is overexposure. You will often see public debates comparing celebrities based on quantity of their endorsements, boasting about 10 to 15 concurrent brand deals. In high level luxury and premium marketing, less is always more. High exclusivity results to reduced marketing saturation, and that results to skyrocketed brand value. Influencers and models survive on volume. Top tier musicians and actors and other personalities survive on prestige. Jungkook is fiercely intentional and incredibly picky. He doesn't hoard logos. He limits his footprint, applying the law of exclusivity. When your face isn't on every billboard for 10 competing products, your single endorsement carries immense commercial weight. What others get for 10 endorsements, he's getting for one. And the brilliant move of CK. The typical celebrity capsule collection is structurally lazy. A brand takes a generic, mass produced silhouette and slaps a celebrity's name on the tag. Calvin Klein did the exact opposite. They executed a true creative collaboration, allowing Jungkook to directly shape the creative direction and design process. And that breaks their 50-year rule. For advertising and marketing professionals, corporate logos are sacred ground. That's like a deity in marketing. You do not alter, crowd, or violate a legacy logo. Yet CK allowed Jungkook's personal signature to be layered directly across the iconic CK branding. This rare corporate concession signaled to the market that this was an elevated, deeply respectful partnership. It wasn't just Calvin Klein merchandise endorsed by an idol, it was a co created product bearing his unique thumbprint. Another question that many are asking. Many are wondering why the global launch spiritual home base was Japan, featuring the massive Harajuku flagship activation and exclusive pop ups. The collection is available worldwide, but rather than making the US or South Korea the home base, it was actually Japan. Well, strategically, this was actually a brilliant move for three reasons. Number one, it is the global capital of premium streetwear. Tokyo, specifically Harajuku, is universally recognized as the absolute mecca for denim subculture, vintage aesthetics, and high end streetwear. Launching a motorcycle biker themed denim collection in Harajuku gives the line instant global fashion credibility that a standard New York or Seoul release cannot replicate. High margin consumer behavior. Japanese consumers possess an incredibly deep appreciation for archival fashion, collectability, and meticulous design details, like the hidden embroidery in custom hardware CK used. They don't just buy clothes, they collect them, ensuring immediate high margin sellouts. And luxury pilot market. Japan serves as the perfect bridge market. It has the infrastructure to handle massive global press attention, possesses one of the highest concentrations of luxury fashion spenders in Asia, and acts as a trend setting springboard for both Western and Eastern markets. Now, there's a bigger play here. We are currently witnessing a massive macroeconomic shift in how BTS approaches corporate entities. They are entirely transitioning away from traditional talent for hire ambassadorship and moving toward true brand partnership and co creations. We see this pattern evolving everywhere, specifically in their IP. For clarity, intellectual property or IP is not the same as the product. The product is the physical item, the denim jacket, the t shirt, the underwear. The IP is the intangible asset that holds the emotional value, and that is, in this case, Jungkook's name, his signature, his tattoo motifs, his unique creative identity. When a brand sells a product, they are selling utility. When they leverage Jungkook's IP, they are selling an emotional connection. Developing product around a robust IP ensures infinite scalability. And through the years, BTS has had high profile tie ins. Their animated counterparts, Tiny Tan or personal flavor profiles, dictate the actual product development, like McDonald's Happy Meal. They themselves are in partnership currently with Oreos and Ari. In all of this, there is a practice of documenting the process of designing the hardware collection and textile process behind the clothing lines. This paradigm shift paves the way for the ultimate marketing holy grail, the Air Jordan trajectory. Michael Jordan wasn't just a face for Nike. His personal athletic inputs created a distinct, innovative line that eventually transcended his own active playing career. With his young age and expansive creative runway, Jungkook is uniquely positioned to build a self sustaining brand equity that will outlast and transcend his music career. I'm sure you often hear, especially when it comes to fan wars, about other fans saying that, oh, my bias is more brand ambassadorship or more brand partners. It's never about the quantity. In fact, the most influential celebrities are very picky when they partner with anybody. For athletes, you have, of course, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant when he was still alive, Roger Federer. They usually choose they're very specific on who they choose, and they usually stay with that brand for a really long time. And then for celebrities, you have Selena Gomez, several, a decade ago, Britney Spears, or a decade or two ago, and Justin Bieber, they're very picky on who they endorse. And that is the advantage of Jungkook. From the get go, he already established that he was never about the price tag. He was always after comfort. For long-time armies out there, how many times have we heard him say, "Oh, armies don't like me wearing it," and he would still be wearing it because it's comfortable. And that stubbornness actually worked to his advantage, because now we know when he does something, when he buys something, when he uses something, it's because he likes it. So when he endorses something, it's easier to trust him because we know that he doesn't cave to pressure. He does what he wants. That's how you build a brand. So there were a lot of people who raised their eyebrows when he first announced CK before he enlisted in the military, saying, "Oh, it's not a luxury brand." So because luxury brand doesn't like him, it's not about that. He was establishing his identity in brands. Now we know, of course, he has announced his partnership with Chanel, who waited for almost a year for him, and of course Ublo, and there will be more coming up. So if you have if you have any doubt that he attracts luxury brands, there is your answer. So it is never about the price tag. It's about the consistency of the brand that you are endorsing and the brand of the person that who is endorsing it. Okay, so hope that helps. I will be going through the others. Don't worry. In the coming weeks, I just focused on Jungkook because of the announcement of CK. All right. If you have any question, if there's any topic you want me to cover, let me know in the comment section, or you can get in touch with me in any of the social media links that you see on your screen right now. You can also, if you can, please visit the website, asianentertainmentandculture.com, asianentertainmentandculture.com. That's our online magazine. We're trying to boost it so that we can help more artists find their audience in the West, Asian artists and Asian art specifically. You can also help us by donating. The QR code should be on your screen right now so that we can do more projects. And but I do more short form content on TikTok, IG, X, Facebook, YouTube Shorts. So follow me there as well if you want news tidbits. I also cover more ground. I do more topics there. And but if you are a member of my Patreon or YouTube member, I do a live stream and also provide exclusive content that happens. The live stream for members only happens once a week, and it does not go public. So if you can, please support me there. That is it. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you. Please like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification button. But the most important thing is for you to share the video, because that's really going to help the channel. The more links out there of our video or our channel, the more the algorithm is going to recommend this. Thank you so much. Till next time.